All right, and welcome into another night of Gordonsville High School flag football. Pat Warren, Jamie Searcy, Coach Scott Pope here live from Turney Ford Field here on the campus of Gordonsville High School, Gordonsville, Tennessee. We're live from the Keith Williams press box as we're getting ready for a big district matchup between the Gordonsville Tigers and Bledsoe County. This is the final regular season game. Postseason starts Monday as we will host Carthage. We already know that. District action will start after that. If we keep winning, we'll play later on in the week in Cumberland County. We'll share that information later, but a big game here tonight. I'm not sure how much the implications are with this game, but it doesn't matter to me because this is a good Bledsoe County team, guys. We've got to play well, and y'all know as well as anybody, you got to play what you want to be playing well going to the playoffs. Jamie, your thoughts?
I mean, you want to take as much momentum going into the playoffs. You know, we know that the first day it's going to be pretty arduous, 4 games in a day. So we haven't seen that all year. We've had 2 doubleheaders this year, is that right? So it's going to be interesting to see. But the good thing is, once we get there, it's when business takes place. So it's exciting. I know tonight's probably doesn't really impact our season or our schedule any, other than the win or loss. But it's going to be fun either way.
Coach Pope, to me, this is a good tune-up game going into the playoffs because this is a good, talented, well-coached Bledsoe County team that can present some problems. We just watched them beat Carthage, a lot of interceptions. They're ball hawks. They will go after the football, coach.
They will, and they're a physical football team. I think you'll see that. I'm hoping that my boys in stripes will be on top of the P's and Q's here, but you know they're talented. I had them a couple of weeks ago. I think it was last week against Van Buren, and they put it on them pretty good after losing to them early in the year, 13-12. But they put it on them the other night and beat them 40-something to 14. So it'll be a good opportunity to get things going here before postseason starts.
Exactly. Of course, coming in tonight, Gordonsville Tigers at 12-1 overall. Only loss was to Stone Memorial last week, 6-0, in a great matchup between two of the better teams around. And tonight, I think this is an opportunity, like we were just saying a while ago, against a really good Bledsoe County team. This is a Bledsoe County team that they have aspirations in the postseason too, much like Stone and Van Buren. So to me, there's a lot of evenness right here and a lot to play for because this being now a sanctioned sport, a sanctioned TWA state championship sport, all these young ladies are fighting to get to that spot.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting thing this year was when we started the season was the rule book went from about 6 pages to 80-something pages. Yeah. So it's kind of, you kind of see where TWSAA is really fine-tuning what they're fixing to do in the future, which it's only going to continue to grow. You're going to see more teams every year. And the rules, me and Scott's talked about rules a lot. It's a learning for the referees, too, because offensively speaking, the change in the rules this year where you're rushing from 1 yard off the ball defensively, how you block, how you can impede the rusher, those are all things to me that the referees still haven't got caught up with this that I've noticed this season, because the physical games that you see, we kind of see it sometimes as an illegal block, and they may not see it that way. When you go back and look at it on film, then it was definitely an illegal block. So I think it's going to be interesting to see as it progresses, not only this year but in the future, how the referees adjust their rule calls and stuff.
So the captains going to midfield for the Tigers today. It'll be seniors Jordan Brown and Casey Chipperini. Got to say this. Really hate to see Kylie Chipperini with the injury last week. Looks like her season is done. That's a big miss right there because she has played well on both sides of the ball. At the same time, I think it's an opportunity to show the type of depth that we have, Coach Pope, because Coach Jackson has a lot of personnel that he can move around different places.
Absolutely, and he rotates a lot of people in and out, and and this is no different. It's another game to get more people reps.
So the coin has been flipped. It will be Gordonsville football, I believe.
We got the ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
They will receive in the east end zone. So they'll be going. That's the Lancaster end zone.
Yeah, we go from Lancaster to
New Middleton. So, and going from left to right on the live stream tonight as we want to thank all those who are logging on to Facebook Live, also on YouTube, to catch this Tiger football, flag football team. Folks, this is, in my opinion, one of the funnest teams to watch in the state on both sides of the ball, and we're fixing to see that offensive weaponry come out. As over the ball will be your senior center, Caitlin Stevenson, senior quarterback, Addison Pope. She'll come out with one far receiver out to the left, 3 receivers right, and Askew playing up in the backfield. Bledsoe County with the pink flags, Gordonsville wearing the blue flags today.
Yeah, we got the snap pulls tonight, I think we've seen this year that's be a little bit more tougher to get a hold of, so we'll see how that goes today.
So Stevenson gets it back to Pope. Pope looking in the pocket, good protection. It breaks down, but she rambles up the field, and it'll be a flag pull that time by Bledsoe County. Be a short loss. Yeah. About a loss on it, about a yard loss. So Bledsoe County, again, this is a good football team. They will challenge you. So Pope in the gun. She'll look over to Coach Jackson for the play call. 2 receivers far to the left, 2 to the right. Askew the back. They'll snap back to Askew. Push pass up to Ray. Ray advances up the field, but again, a good flag pull that time by Bledsoe County. And you can tell they're attacking. As soon as we catch it, they got players attacking.
Yeah. You know, this is something the referees are doing the cone tonight with giving the defense, I guess, a yard marker on the 1 yard. So haven't seen that as much.
I do like that.
I do too. It's a little different than we've seen.
So tight formation. Pope will go in motion. Oh, quick snap to Askew. Askew battles up the middle, and she's running over players. So Madison Askew up close to midfield. And listen, that's a big play. She got the first down, but now, but now you've got a first down with about 2 yards to go to pick up another first down. That's a big play, Coach Pope.
It is. It sets you up for your playbook's wide open.
Exactly. So now you got an opportunity to make maybe some big plays down the field. So Pope will go in the gun. She'll have 3 receivers split wide to the left, 2 right. Spain and Dariana Bell off to the near side. Pope motions Ray. Quick pitch to Ray. Ray goes around the end, and she's got some space to run. She makes the adjustment and cuts through. Good pickup by Christina Ray. And another first down here for Gordonsville. And again, a good opportunity to pick up another first down here in just a moment.
It just keeps your drive more manageable. You know, whenever it shortens your, widens your playbook a lot when you're looking at 1st and 8 versus, your 1st and 20. So good pickup there.
So similar formation, 3 receivers left, snap back to Pope as she rolls left. She's looking, throws out in the flat, caught. Ooh, just couldn't hang on to it as Ray has missed opportunity right there. Good throw. Ray just couldn't hang on to it.
I tell you what, his playbook's limitless. It looks like
it is. It is.
I'll give Coach Jackson credit. He'll watch more film and dissect the defense better than anybody. So that's a good throw. She'll get that. That's not one that Christina drops very much.
No, it's not. And the thing is, you've got a ton of balance on this entire offensive unit that's out there. It'll be second down for Gordonsville. Spain in motion. Snap back to Spain. Spain wheels around.
Good tackle.
But Bledsoe comes up with a great flag pull. Is there again? That's kind of in that cleanup area, and that, to me, Bledsoe's playing that perfect. I think they understand where our threats are.
You take for granted going full speed and having to reach your hand out and grab a small, tiny flag. If you miss that, she's easily picking up the first down and could easily have scored on that. So that was a good flag pull.
So stack receivers on both sides. Pope looks, little read option that time, and the flag's going to be pulled. She'll advance maybe for about a yard. She will.
Yeah, about a yard and a half probably. So about 4th down and looks like 5 to 6 range.
4th and manageable.
Yeah.
So big play coming here for Gordonsville. More than likely they will go for it. Kind of hard not to right here. So Pope in the gun, Askew up, Stevenson over the ball at center. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Pope snap back, she'll throw, it'll be, incomplete. Tried to get it to Dariana Bell and hit her in the hands, just couldn't hang on to it. A couple of missed opportunities at first downs. At the same time, defense going to come onto the field. And I've said this all year, when our defense comes on the field, that's not a bad thing, guys.
No, not at all. And I mean, when you're down in a position to where you don't pick up that fourth down, it's not a bad area to leave them to come on the field. So those are 2 drops right there. They'll get as the game goes. So once they settle in, they're both good throws from Addison. So they'll get that straightened out here soon.
So first down for Bledsoe County. Here comes motion, and I think we jumped.
You don't see her jump offsides too awful much. I got a feeling she's going to redeem herself on that, though.
I see that coming.
Yeah.
So that was Jacobs, a little bit of a too quick of anticipation.
She could probably line down and not jump for about 2 seconds and still get back in the backfield. She's that fast.
And Coach Pope, you've seen a lot of teams play. Is this maybe one of the quicker defensive fronts that you've seen?
It is. They get back there in a hurry.
So this will be Jacobs. She'll be the lone rusher. Snap goes back. They'll hand on the jet sweep. They'll go across. And who else? Lindsey Bell with that flag pull. And this is part of that overall containment defensively. That's we talk about Jacobs in Spain with the rush, but the containment on the corners this year has been there all year.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't seen too many times that the young ladies get much yardage on a sweep or going outside. So
Lindsey Bell, she's one of the top flag pullers around. Tight formation, look like they jump quickly, and they'll advance up the field. Late flag.
Won't call, yeah.
Yep, illegal shift procedure.
Illegal contact.
Illegal contact. Okay.
Yeah, and you're seeing that now. Kids coming forward, not allowing the defenders to get towards the flags. They're calling that illegal contact, correct?
Well, if they're coming forward and make contact with a defender, it's going to be illegal contact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost like going into them, plowing into them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So basically, what you're saying, then, Coach, is you cannot, you can't go after the defensive player.
Correct.
You can't. Yeah, you can't.
If you're a blocker, you cannot initiate contact.
Exactly. Throw
Like
out
that.
into the
Say that
flat,
right there,
and
so-
again, that's one of those.
Like that.
So
I agree.
again-
Out there on the
So again-
on the edge.
Yeah. You've got to allow the defender to make an effort towards a play. If you're standing or going at them almost like you're going to make contact with them.
You either have to be stationary or giving ground.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't go into a defender.
And that's what she did right there.
And it's hard.
It is.
With 3
It is.
officials, it's hard. I think next week, I don't know if our first game will have 3, I think, or 4. But I know that if we're lucky enough to win that one, then we'll have 4.
So pass goes out into the flat end, complete. That was almost like an old-fashioned crackback block.
And that's the
like
and
a
that's the
screen
tough
in
part.
or a screen in basketball right
Yeah.
there.
And that's the tough part when you're running these, running these option plays where you've got 2 or 3 pitches and you've got players kind of running more as like a moving screen, you would say.
Yep.
And that's to me where the illegal contact is, because it's more you created a disadvantage for your defense because they can't make a play.
The punt is picked up by Spain. Spain reverses field, and again she weaves
Good
through
job.
traffic.
That was a great job.
That was listen. That's what I like. We've done so well on punts this year. We're not letting the ball get too far back. We're getting it at the initial as quick as we can and advancing up the field
Yep.
to help field position. So it'll be first and short here for Gordonsville. Stevenson to snap. Fuller and Bell right behind the center. Snap goes back to Pope. Good protection. As Pope weaves her way through, she'll extend the ball. And where was the ball when they got the flag?
About
Same spot.
Probably
Same
no
spot.
gain. Yeah.
That's one thing I've noticed about Bledsoe. I had them last week against Van Buren, and they are relentless rushers just like we are. So that's going to be something we're going to have to watch as we go.
So Pope in the gun. Snap goes back. Pressure coming. She gets it away. Throw to Fuller. Fuller with the catch. And she battles through contact.
So, I mean, they might right there call.
And a flag thrown.
Probably
That'll be
gone.
on Bledsoe. Should be, right?
Should be.
So all Fuller was doing was just advancing the ball up the field. That was a great throw and a great catch.
And it should be in addition to
10 yards after?
Should be.
Yeah,
So
10
from the
yards.
spotted flag, correct?
should be from the
Into the play.
end of the play.
Yeah.
So a good job by Avery Fuller. Good throw by Addison Pope that time as well. So good connection.
And I would, and to me, like this goes back. I think the referees are starting to call that more because they're seeing it a little differently, And
Well, the good thing is here too is we saved the down, so it's
Yes.
still second down.
Yes. Second down. Snap back to Pope. Oh, nice pass to Askew. And she gets away. Where's the flagpole at?
I thought it was. I think they got her. Yeah, right there. So they got
Yep,
her.
first down.
First
About
down.
that was about a 6-yard gain, so it's going to give us first and goal from about the 18, 17 yard line.
And that was a great play by Pope. She sold that. She held at the last second. Rushers came at her. She got a nice flip out to Askew. Snap goes back to Pope. Pope rolls. She'll throw deep. It'll be caught by Spain. And Spain goes where? Did she get
the end
in?
zone.
Touchdown, Tigers!
I
So
think they're-
Spain goes through the contact and gets in.
I think, yeah. They kind of looked at each other, and I think the other sideline referee had a better viewpoint on that.
Well,
Good job.
you didn't have a flag pull, so
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's what they were looking
Yeah.
for. When you get these pops, they're
Yep.
so hard to see.
Pope into the end zone.
Good
Call by
job.
Askew as the conversion is good. 7-0. Gordonsville up with 4:38 to go here in the first quarter. Again, we thank all those who have logged on tonight watching Gordonsville High School flag football, taking on a really good Bledsoe County Warriors team. This is
That was a good drive right there,
it
guys.
was good drive.
Yeah.
Ate up a lot of clock too.
I wish say, folks at home, listen. The sound of of Turney Ford Field tonight is popping.
It is.
Yeah,
The new speakers,
the new speakers are amazing.
In
Yeah.
and up and working, and they are awesome.
They are awesome.
So Bledsoe County down 7-0, gets their second possession. Snap goes back and
Offsides,
a flag
yeah.
thrown.
Yeah,
And a false start.
Yeah.
That's going to be against two, Bledsoe
Bledsoe.
County.
Play like number 14
I
at
think,
the top of the field.
and I think both of them up top were
Yeah.
moving, but 14's one to watch. She is a primary target for this
Yeah,
quarterback.
she moves well on defense too.
And she
side to
catches
side.
the ball well, so
Yeah.
you're going to look for her to target her quite a bit tonight.
She caught it well in the last game a while ago. She
Yeah.
against Carthage. So Bledsoe back. Here comes the pressure. They'll throw deep. It'll be caught by number 14. As coming up with that flagpole is Ray. And a flag comes thrown, and
Next they're going to call. Oh, referee. Oh,
Looks like we're going to
they might have get a
we're going to have
unsportsmanlike on the coach.
we're going to have illegal contact on offense. I feel
I
like,
think you're right on that. I don't see how right they could call that one on Ray.
and I feel like he probably said something he shouldn't have right there. So
It's going to be
I think it's going to be a double.
10 plus 15.
Well, no, there is no 15 in
So it's
play.
going to be 10 and 10. So it'll be a 20
It
yard.
should be a 10 and 10. Well, it'll be a 10.
Personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct,
Yeah.
or is that a sideline warning?
I think the coach said mouthed off to the
Okay.
referee right there. So I think,
I think we'll see here in a second.
Well, I don't think coaches say anything negative to officials, do
No,
they, Coach?
they never have. I've never heard anything negative when I'm out there.
Never heard a radio guy say anything negative either.
Never.
Have you? Okay.
Not during the game for sure.
yeah, they don't.
Yeah, so that's going to be backed up.
So that's going to be a sideline warning on the other
Okay,
one.
sideline warning. Okay.
So the first one's going to be an illegal contact on the offense. I guess we're just running her over.
Okay. I didn't see how they could call that one against Christina there. She
Right.
was just trying. She was right there to get the flagpole.
And I mean, it's hard offensively whenever
It
you've
is.
got somebody in front of you. So
It is. So I think it's still going to be
because
first.
you don't want to give up on the play, but when they're right in front of you, you kind of can't. You can't just. It's hard to just stop.
Yeah.
So they'll keep the first down. Am I right, Coach?
They'll keep the first down, and I feel like they're going to be first and 1 right here. So
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it'll be first down here for Bledsoe. Snap goes back. Here comes the pressure. They'll throw across the middle.
Ooh,
Ball's
good-
caught.
good job.
Chipperini. Great flag pull.
And that's the thing about this sport too. There's going to be contact like
Yes.
that all the time.
Yes.
When you're going for the flag and if that's what you're doing, and your legs bump or something is going to happen.
Well, it's similar to soccer.
It is.
I mean, there's a ton of contact in the game of soccer. And this is a physical sport. I don't think anybody's doubting that at all.
They call it a non-contact contact sport.
Correct.
Because there's going to be contact, and
Yes.
that is the hardest thing I think for the officials to deal with is what contact is legal and what isn't.
Exactly.
This is
And I think we jumped offside. That was Spain.
this is some of this is tougher to call than Friday nights,
I agree. Oh, I agree with you on that.
especially the illegal blocks. A lot of these because sometimes
It's the
you could call it on either one, so it's.
It's a judgment call.
And a lot of times, if you can call it on either one, you either let it go or you call it on both.
Exactly.
And most of the time, they let it go. So
Still first down here for Bledsoe County. 5 yards on the penalty. Snap goes back. They'll fake the jet. Throw across the middle. Incomplete. That played well by Lindsey Bell, but again, the pressure coming defensively. Jamie, that's just, again, when you can force a quarterback off the back foot, you've done your job.
absolutely, and give Bledsoe credit. They're offensively, they're trying to anticipate our quick rush by getting a quick pass off. So when we rush two really quick, that leaves that intermediate middle open pretty quickly. So we've got to have our linebackers kind of staying in that area a little bit to come down on the ball. So that was a good job defensively right there.
7-0. Oh, here comes Coach Jackson as the house could be coming. Snap goes back. Quarterback rolls out. They'll throw deep. It'll be incomplete. Boy, I tell you what, that was a good play call by Bledsoe. I think that was there.
yeah,
You rush forward, you're leaving somebody open.
Yeah.
Leaving a couple people open.
And I think what we did, we showed 4, came with 2, but that bootleg, and they kind of snuck someone out right there.
Yeah.
So, listen, I give the quarterback a lot of credit right there on the bootleg. She did a good job getting away from the pressure.
Give the referee some credit right here. He's trying to help her out, trying to keep her from.
one thing I'd like to see right here is that cone actually be at a yard. Now,
Yes.
I'm not as worried about it.
That seems a half a yard, don't
Since
it?
we're on defense, I'm not as worried about it. But if we weren't, then I sure would like to see that.
So snap goes back. Here comes Bledsoe, and again the pressure as it came from Spain and Jacobs, and good coverage. What I'm seeing too, our secondary does a good job of rolling to the right positions
Right.
and finding the receivers and getting in the right spots. It's that great level defense that Coach Jackson has. So Bledsoe to punt. They'll get the punt away. Good kick.
Good kick.
This will be fielded cleanly by Ray. Right now, as she advances, pitch back the chip. Randy ball hits the ground dead.
Oh, that's tough.
So good attempt right there.
I think she wanted the pitch, and Spain was like, "I'm not ready for that pitch." So that was good. That was a good.
Yep.
That was a good catch. Listen, I'm impressed. These girls catching punts, full speed, impressive. That's
is
hard
impressive.
to do. So they've done a good job all year. So that sets us up pretty well for hopefully another scoring drive for the end of the first.
So 7-0 Gordonsville. 1:13 to go here in the first quarter. And this will be Pope in the gun. They'll overload the left side. Askew in the backfield with her. Snap back. They'll fake to Ray. Pope goes around, pitches it to Askew. Askew goes around the end. Good flag pull that time.
Yeah.
By Bledsoe County.
And number 14's back in the game. They're probably one of their better players. So she kind of limped off a minute ago. And of course, she's back in and making a play. So good for her. Under a minute in the first quarter here.
Coach Pope, you mentioned number 14 a while ago. She's good on both sides of the ball.
She is.
Snap goes back. Pope rolls. She'll throw out in the flag. Good throw to Ray. As Ray launches herself forward, it'll be a good pickup. It'll be third down here for Gordonsville, but a third and manageable.
And I think, like we were talking about contact. There was contact there. But I think that was one of those where
Yes.
it's no problem.
So
Looking like
Stevenson
he's wanting to get a play off before the quarter ends right here.
over the ball at center. Snap goes back to Pope. She'll throw to Kaylin Stevenson. First down.
Great job.
Big play to the center.
I like that play.
I love it.
That's a play right there where nobody's expecting the center to kind of go settle in the flats, and I just love that play. I think it's great. I think it just, again, you can't anticipate what Coach Jackson's fixing to call.
Oh, I completely agree on that.
I think we're taking a break.
Yep. At the end of one, tell you what, let's take a quick break. You're watching Tiger Football live stream.
Yep.
All right, we're back on. Second quarter starting. Gordonsville up. Here's 7-0. Gordonsville with the ball. It'll be first down here for the Tigers. Pope. She'll veer off to the right. She'll throw into the flat. Good catch by Spain. Spain works her way through contact.
That was a good throw.
It
Gosh,
was.
that was a hard throw. Going to her right side, throwing, that was just a good throw. That's a hard throw.
Well, anytime you can hit a player in stride like that, while the player's moving forward,
Right.
That's always going to be a
Kind of
big
throwing
play.
across your body, too. That was
Yep.
a good throw. A good pickup.
First down for Gordonsville. Good play.
First and goal right here.
Pope in the gun. Spain goes in motion. Spain will get the toss, and
Yeah.
she'll go around that.
They're going to call that on Christine
left
right there,
side.
illegal contact. Yeah. So, again, it goes back to what we were talking about before. You kind of have to be in a position where you can't set a screen.
Right.
You know, you have to kind of
Yep.
make it look like you're going out for a formation or a pass play. And that's, we run into that a few weeks ago and got an injured player down.
Well, and I didn't see exactly what happened there because I was moving the camera, but I do see 12 on the ground, so.
We run into that a few weeks ago when we played Stone. We kind of seen that there was some, the motions were a little bit more, to me, a screen. And hopefully they're going to, I think the referees, I think that was a good call. So hopefully they're going to do a better job of that as we go through the year because it's hard. But some of those are obvious. So that pushes us back a little bit right here.
And still first down.
Yep, still first down. Now you cannot pick up another first down though, correct?
Correct. Yeah, it's first and goal right now.
So snap goes back to Pope. Pope, she'll throw. Good throw that time to
Good
Christina
throw.
Ray.
She caught that?
Good
Good.
catch. Good
job.
catch.
Good throw. Another good throw.
So second down here for Gordonsville. Get good positive play on first down. It seems like right now we're starting to put together some chunk plays to get chunk plays together.
Yeah.
That's not always easy to do, is it, Coach?
It's not, and the big thing is no negatives.
Exactly. Snap goes back. Pope looking. Good job by Pope as she weaves her way through, and she's gonna. Yeah, great job going through defenders.
Again, you have a play right there. She didn't see anything. She tucked that ball in and took off. So she turns it into a 6-yard gain. So
Well, she kind of waved the defender off a little bit.
yeah. Which and sometimes that may be a call from him right there. He might be doing that as a decoy.
So snap goes back. Pope hands to Ray. Ray gets around the end. She's got one more defender to get through and just cannot get by her.
Close. Yeah. So I think that's probably about maybe a 1-yard gain right here. So we're looking at
Fourth down.
Fourth down. Yeah, fourth down and about 6. So.
Oh, you're good.
Well, the good thing about going right here is you get it, that's awesome. If you don't, you're in great field position.
Absolutely. And especially with our defense having them back there, that's not a bad thing. Let's go get the 7 right here, though. Snap goes back to Pope. She'll throw into the flat end, complete.
That was a tough throw. Christina was backing up, and that was, she may not have been able to get there with it. That was a hard. She was backpedaling.
She kind of
to
tripped
it.
over her feet a little bit there.
So again,
looks like me in just a normal wall.
So again, defensively come on the field, hold them to a 3 and out, and they punt it to you, you're in good field position. So,
Yeah.
we're
good. We're in great shape.
Yeah, great position. So, this is kind of how you keep the other team on their toes.
Well, you force them to go
Yeah.
Yep.
75 yards.
Well, with our defense, this is a dangerous situation here for Bledsoe County with the way our defense
Right.
attacks.
We've had some safeties this year, so
Snap
again,
goes back again. They'll try to.
good job.
They'll run the dive, the power play, and nothing there. That was Lindsey Bell. Great job by Bell.
No gain right there. Got 9:30 in the second quarter here.
So it'll be second down and long here for Bledsoe County. They'll go 3 receivers out. They'll throw it into the flat, incomplete.
Lindsey Bell.
Yep, Lindsey Bell again.
Good coverage right there.
Folks, she's a ball hawk.
Yeah.
She is a ball hawk. Whether it be the flagpole, going after balls in the air. I mean, she's a tremendous defensive player.
Yeah, several picks this year too.
Yes.
So she's done great.
Third down, snap goes back. They'll roll. Kylie Jacobs says not around my end.
There you go.
Wow.
Great tackle for
But, you know,
great tackle for a
Lindsey
loss
Bell,
right
I
there.
don't know how many she's got this year, but she would be leading a lot of teams if she wasn't
Yes.
having to worry about Christina having
Christina
20
get
something.
yes.
Yeah.
What
Christina,
a
I
play by
believe,
Jacobs.
what, was 24?
Yes. 24, I believe.
Yeah.
What a play by Jacobs.
I'm
My
sure
goodness.
Lindsay's got, what, 8?
She's 7 or 8. She's very close to double digits. So Bledsoe's going to have to punt, and they'll get that one away. Oh, field that one if you can. Good job by Bell.
Yep.
Love that. That's great.
Listen. If the ball hits the ground, so be it.
Yeah.
It's dead.
Well, it's
I
really-
like the fact we're being aggressive going after these.
It allows you with a punt. If the ball hits the ground, they're giving you the opportunity to
Yes.
run and field it. But if you miss it or you fumble it yourself, it's down right there.
dead.
Yeah.
So it gives her a good chance to pick up a few more yards right there. So again, this makes this this 1st and goal more manageable for them now.
So 1st and goal here for Gordonsville. Pope in the gun. Empty backfield. They'll snap it back to her. Pope looking. She'll throw into the flat as Bledsoe County did a pretty good job right there. They kind of read that one. And 14 come in there and kind of deflected that
That's a
one.
tough throw. It's one of those ones you kind of need your feet set a little bit to make that throw. That was a tough throw, especially coming her opposite side up to the left. So
It really looked like where she was throwing it, she was expecting her to stop
Yeah.
and come back.
Yep. Still 7-0 Gordonsville as we're at the 7:48 mark to go here in the 2nd quarter. Pope throws out to Dariana Bell, and Bell, great catch.
Good job.
Flag is pulled. And I just got a feeling, guys, that we're going to see a lot more of Dariana Bell as the postseason gets here. She can be a huge threat.
I think so. I think once she grasps the thought that she can catch these balls,
Yep.
she's going to be, because she's fast.
Yep.
She's got good hands. There's just
Yep.
been a few that have been,
Exactly.
She's used to
The round basketball
That's what I was
coming
about to
to her.
say.
Volleyball.
She's used to round. She's used to round balls.
Yep.
This oval ball's been a change for her. So
Snap goes back. Pope looking. Good job by Pope as she
Great
pulls
job.
the ball down. Does she
That
get
was
in the end
close.
zone?
So close.
Nope. Close. About 3 yards
I
shot.
thought she split them right there.
Yeah.
It looked close. She had a good job right there. I thought she split them, and they made a good. That was a good flag pull.
But it was a good decision by
So that
Pope right
gives
there,
us
too.
that gives us what 4th and about 3 right here. So
Yes.
he's going to probably pull out one of his old. He's coming. Maybe the trick play.
Possibly. So Fuller comes in now for Gordonsville. So Askew in the backfield. Here comes that tight set. Pope in motion. Snap goes back. She'll look back at the end zone. Caught by Ray. Touchdown, Tigers. That play is set up perfect. Guys, that's awesome.
Great play. Just a good call. You keep a bunch set, and then all of a sudden you take off and you have them all run a pass formation. Christina was just wide open right there.
Well, in the back of the end zone. When
Great
you can-
throw, great catch.
And the good thing about that formation is he's got so many different things he can do out of it.
Yes.
So it's not like you're doing the same exact thing.
Oh, I love that pass. That was a good play right there. I thought we had that.
It's not like we're running the same play over and over again.
Exactly.
You got different motions out of it. You got different sprint outs. You're going both to the right, to the left. You got routes going everywhere. So it's
And for a defense, it's hard because everything's bunched inside, and you don't know which player's going which way.
that's it.
So,
Well, we've said this on Friday nights with Coach Jackson, his staff, and same thing with him, both Coach Brandy Jackson, Stephen Jackson. Now, if you're an opposing coach, we're hard to prepare for.
we are for sure. And you got so many players that are getting the ball.
Yes.
And that's the thing. When you watch film, it's like you got 10 or 12 kids that are getting the ball.
Yep.
You know how to prepare for it.
13-0 Gordonsville. Snap goes back. Bledsoe try to get around the end, and
Good job.
Jacobs,
right there. Good job.
as she trails and gets the flagpole. 19 can run,
She's got some speed. Yeah.
but Jacobs run her down.
That was a good play right there. And you like to see defensively when the play is going to your right, you see all 7 players all funnel that way. So
Yes.
if one doesn't get the flagpole, you've got somebody right behind her. So
And Kenley Duncan now has checked in here for Gordonsville, and she has been a threat on the rush. Snap goes back. They'll fake the handoff. They'll cross the middle. Ball's caught,
Ooh.
and it'll be 1st down Bledsoe County. Good flagpole by Chipperini.
yeah, good job. And 14 made a good catch right
Yep.
there. I think we had her, and then she's kind of slipped away just a little bit. That was a good flagpole because she, again, one of those things you don't make that flagpole, she could be going to the house.
Yeah.
So
I think one thing you're going to see out of 14 is she's going to catch the ball if it's thrown at her.
Yes,
I-
great hands.
I've not seen one yet where she's dropped it.
Well, the quarterback's done a good job putting you where she can catch
she
up
has.
to.
Yeah.
That's a huge
And you're
plus.
seeing a lot of little short intermediate throws.
Yep.
You know, you ain't seen anything deep really. So I think that's why they got Christina moved up a little bit more towards a spy linebacker position rather than safety.
Snap goes back. Quarterback or running back will veer off the left side. They went overload left and had a lot of blockers out there. A lot of, I guess, traffic to run through.
Yeah, good flagpole right there. It's hard when you got, you got 10 girls all bunched up and somebody's trying to figure out who's got the flag
That's
and which
when
one
it gets
don't.
really hard.
It's hard for the refs too because they can't see anything right there. You just look for that girl holding her hand up.
Second down here for Gordonsville. Again, this entire defense, they move well and they get to the right spots. And I think that's a key part of it. You can't pull the flag until you get to the right spot.
That's right.
And when you get there first, and we've done that. So again, Gordonsville showing a lot of different possible defensive looks. Snap comes back. They'll reverse field, and they've got some space. But Jordan Brown comes up, and also great flagpole, Chipperini. Chipperini says, "Not on my island. Chip Island has arrived."
That was a good play.
It was good.
That was a good play from Bledsoe right there. I mean, really, you get everything moving to the right, and then you funnel that, reverse kind of back to the left. So good flagpole by Chipperini
huge
right there.
flag.
And I would be
Huge.
shocked to see them do some type of double reverse pass or
Yep.
some type of hook and
Yep.
ladder because I've seen it.
Yep. And I thought, too, that's a great job by Jordan Brown. I think she helped cut it off, and then Chipperini came up. Getting good team defense.
So 3:36 right here. We got a big third down, about 3rd and 1 right here.
Huge play. Snap goes back. They'll get the handoff. Ooh, and they'll get through for the first down and a little bit more. Guys, again, we got in the backfield.
Got in the play, just
And I think if we're in the triple threats, that flag's pulled.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think we've missed a few flagpoles here early.
And we've seen this year those the snap pulls are just harder to grab. I mean, you got one less flag.
You do.
So I mean, you got somebody pursuing from the back. You don't have anything to reach to. You got to reach for that hit
That's
flag.
true.
So it's a lot harder. But that was a good hold right there, not to give up a big play.
So Bledsoe, they've kind of stayed in this formation. It's been a positive one for them. Snap goes back. A little dive play right up the middle.
Full
And the
flag.
flag's still not pulled. That was Christina Ray coming through to get the flag pulled.
Well, they always tell you run until you hear the whistle.
Yep.
So again, 14 kind of stopped a little bit 'cause she thought she had the flag pulled. We didn't have it pulled, so probably helped us a little bit there. So looking at 2nd and about 4.
2nd and 4. 13-0. Gordonsville up. 2:23 to go. Clock ticking in this first half. Bledsoe County on the move. They'll go stack receivers off left. Quarterback keeps. Little play action. And ball is incomplete. Our secondary did a great job not falling for that one, guys.
She was really close to being across
We
the line.
got
of
a 2-minute
scrimmage,
warning right here. Good. This is a big drive because they get the ball second half.
So you said something. You said she was very close to going
Very
across
close
the
to going
line.
across. And the thing is, your entire body has to be behind the line of scrimmage when you throw it.
Okay. Did not know that. Learn something new every day about the game.
So I guess they call that a legal forward pass.
They would.
Yeah.
But like I said, it was really close. I think it was probably too close to call.
Oh, here comes Gordonsville showing blitz and
Oh, did they get Christina?
I don't
No,
think
they
she
got
crossed.
offense. They got offense.
I did say
offensive.
she had her leg up. Okay,
She
good.
did.
I
Yeah,
thought
she
for a second-
didn't cross.
I think that
Well, they call that encroachment. They would say sometimes defensively.
They would, but I think right there she was far enough back where she moved and
Yeah.
she wasn't across
Yeah.
the cone. So, and you got a little movement out of the offense there.
That was a
That's
big.
not-
That was a big penalty
I
right there.
kind of like that though. You show a little bit of a pressure look and makes the offense flinch. I mean, that's
like that. Yeah.
That's good. That's good football.
Yeah, it is.
So quarterback snaps. They'll throw across the middle, incomplete. Good job by Lindsay
Oh,
Bell.
she took off a little early there too. It looks like, but
It was pretty close.
she's.
Yeah.
It's very
Pretty
bang
close.
bang right there.
That was great job by Bell. She went underneath on coverage and did a good job of keeping the ball from getting to the receiver.
They're going for it.
Yep. It'll be 4th down here for Bledsoe. Big play here.
Big play right
with
here.
1:58 to
Be
go.
a big defensive stop for us because
You get the
might
ball
give us
back.
a little time to get us the ball. Never
Yep.
know.
Did they
Give
call a
us-
timeout? Oh no, we're under 2
Yep.
minutes. Never mind. Never mind.
incomplete pass will be a stop
Under-
clock
yeah,
right
under
there.
Under 2 minutes, clock stops. Am I right on that, Coach?
That's correct.
Snap goes back, throw across the middle, complete.
Right.
Flag pulled by Chipperini, wherever they mark it. Short, first down, Gordonsville. Great job again by Casey Chipperini.
Again, Coach, tell me, that's tough.
It is
Because you're
tough.
looking for a ball reach and flagpole.
You are.
So you're looking that, and from our vantage point, that's pretty close.
And
Yep.
you got to work with your other guy.
Yep.
If I'm the wing down here, I got to work with my back judge up there.
You got to see, because one's looking for the ball and the other's probably looking for the flag, right?
Yep.
So that was a good stop right there, guys.
Great stop. Great job by Chipperini. She has, I'll say this, we talk about the inside part with Spain and Jacobs and Duncan. Outside with Bell and Chipperini doesn't get much better, folks.
I believe we got 152. I believe we got both of our timeouts as well.
Goes across the middle. This will be
Askew
Askew.
right there for a good pickup.
Good pickup.
Probably close to 8 or she probably got about 8 right there.
And I think we do have 2 timeouts still remaining.
I think
That's
that
good.
was probably about 6 yards right there. So
1:35 to go.
he might
Clock
call a
ticking.
timeout soon.
Snap goes back. Pope has it. She'll throw again out in the flat.
Good
Called by
catch.
Spain. Spain gets
Oh,
up the
keep
field.
going, baby.
She's into the middle of the field.
Good
Ooh,
job.
good flagpole.
Great catch.
So again, on this, her momentum took her back. So again, I think Spain was probably a little bit further than that forward, but the referee sees the flagpole.
Yep.
So that's kind of one of those things where she's going opposite direction, so she sees her momentum forward, but good pickup right there.
It'll be third down here for Gordonsville. 1-0 as we get ready to go under the 1 minute mark. Snap goes back. Pope's looking, throw across the middle of Spain.
Go.
Spain has first down yardage and more, and she's still running.
Timeout.
This may just be the spot where
There we
Coach
go.
Jackson gets
Yeah.
the timeout.
I think we get a stop clock for the first down marker
Yeah,
to
we
move.
do not.
We do not.
You do not.
So as soon as the ball's
They
set,
should not. They should not stop it on first down. That's one thing that's different.
There we go. They stopped it to move the.
Pope in the gun. She'll throw out in the flat end complete with
Alright,
45 seconds to go.
That is the one weird thing about flag. When you get under 2 minutes versus Friday night, you do not stop it on first down.
Which normally you do.
Normally you would on Friday night. First
Yep.
down, you stop it long enough to set the chains, but we don't have chains per
We
se.
have markers.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Yep.
2 markers.
Snap goes back. Pope looking. She'll throw again
Oh,
out in the flat
alright.
end complete. That'll stop the clock. 41.8 seconds. 13-0 Gordonsville. It'll be third down here for Gordonsville.
Oh, you're gonna call timeout right here. Yeah.
Yep. Coach Jackson going to call the timeout.
I love his body language. When he's down there probably looking at Addison and like, what were you looking at? And then he's looking at the receiver, like, why didn't you catch it? He's probably giving a lot of feedback right there.
Well, Coach Jackson's body language is fun to read
great.
sometimes. Brad Sides can give you a good rundown on what some of that body language actually means.
Love it. Love it. The funny ones are sometimes he's got his hand on his hips and he's just kind of waggling his head like.
That's not good.
He's not,
He
yeah.
does that. So.
But I would imagine Coach Brandy Jackson probably just gives him that look, probably straightens him out real quick. What's this sound system? I can hear it through the windows.
This is, of course, this is that speaker system. This is part of what the Tiger Football Booster Club is doing. The improvements here at Turney Ford Field, speaker system, new state of the art.
Sweet Caroline going right now.
Yes.
Can't get no better than that.
Of course, the new scoreboard coming here. It'll be here and up and ready to go middle of July. So, big video board. It's going to be fun to have. As Pope gets the gun ball on third down, she'll throw deep. It'll be caught by Ray! Ray goes where? End zone! Touchdown Tigers! As Addison Pope, she let the sky up with a beautiful ball down the field.
Maybe her best throw on
And
here.
Ray with a great
Fantastic.
catch.
That was a great throw. Nobody else could have caught that.
That was beautiful throw.
Great catch by Christina Ray. Good throw. Good catch.
Great spin. Great catch. Snap goes back. Askew
Got
in
it.
the end zone as
Got it.
the conversion is good.
20 right there, baby.
20-0 Gordonsville. 34.4 seconds to go in the first half. That's why that defensive stop was so important.
Huge.
Coach Jackson said we're going to go score.
That's it.
It's huge. Given, for us, knowing they're getting the ball the second half,
Yes.
you take advantage of that. Short clock, great throwing pass. So, That's
That
good to
was
see right there.
huge.
Huge throw. Huge catch. So 34 seconds left. I think I don't know, they may have one timeout left.
So Gordonsville shifts defensively. Bledsoe throws it out in the flat, and then they'll
Ooh.
pitch it back. Wow.
That's where it's at.
They had the first down,
She might be rethinking that one.
and they pitch it back. It'll be second down. That's
They call timeout right here. Yeah. About 25 seconds left in the second quarter.
so did Bledsoe call
Yeah,
timeout?
Bledsoe called
Okay.
timeout their last one.
I think they
believe.
were looking for some kind of pitch back there, and I don't think somebody was in position. So
Yeah.
she kind of
That may have been the play call.
Kind of panicked and tried to get it back to one of their playmakers.
You got to think, coach probably said, hey, pitch it if you catch it. And she's listed to the coach. It wasn't, just wasn't, player was too far away from her.
So
And all this is happening so fast. We stand up here like in slow motion. This is all happening like bang, bang.
She threw it back to the quarterback,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty
Yep.
sure she was expecting somebody else to be
Yeah.
there.
exactly. So it makes it second down, and they had the first.
Yeah, they had the first.
Now with 25.5 seconds on the clock, I'm not sure how much that matters. At the same time, I think recognizing having the first down, but I'm like Coach Pope. I think she expected somebody else to be back there.
Well, I think they're going to try to get a big play. If they can get something quick, some kind of trick play, they're going to try to take advantage of that.
I look for a trick play, and I would look for something deep right here.
yes.
See if they can get something
you've got
going, and
us
then
kinda
they may run the clock out
Yep.
if that don't work.
Got us in a little bit of a prevent formation right here, just trying to keep everything in front of you. And
So
she's
Bledsoe's
looking.
quarterback's going to roll, and
job.
Kylie Jacobs says you can roll, but you're not getting away. As Jacobs, again, just a relentless pursuit.
Why does the clock stop?
So again, he called his final timeout.
there
I'm
you go.
assuming they had two, so that was
They
their
did.
final timeout right there.
This will be it.
And we talk about Jacobs' pursuit, but that's also a plus in the secondary right there, guys.
Yeah.
Nobody got open. It's the full teamwork of this defense right now.
And in flag, prevent can be dangerous. Because you've got a lot of separation there.
Yep.
When you pull three secondary, 20 yards off the ball, so you just leave a lot of room for a play to get open, and you got to make a play defensively. So we might have one more play right here. Hope guys, 15 seconds left in the second quarter.
So it'll be third down here for Bledsoe. Snap goes back. They'll run the
There it
jet.
is.
Now quick
Oh,
pitch.
here we go.
Now the reverse, 3 times reverse pass. It'll be caught by Bledsoe, but Chipperini there for the immediate flag
I'm
pull.
not sure why the clock
6.4 seconds on the clock.
should not have stopped.
Unless she got out of bounds.
Okay.
I don't think she did.
She did not.
The
Nope.
clock should start.
The
Yep.
clock should have been running.
Yep.
I don't know why it ever stopped.
Yeah, I don't know how they. Okay, one play.
So did they spike it?
They did
They
right
did.
then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they did spike it to get
That
the
was
clock stopped.
that was a wild play. That was about 4 pitches, then a pass.
Yeah, I saw that last week.
Yeah.
That's one of those that you
Kind of want to
Draw
see that. I
up
want
in
to see
the
that on
dirt.
Friday night.
Yeah.
I want to see that on Friday night. You think we can get Coach Jackson to do that? Triple pitch reverse.
no. I don't see that one. No. I don't see that one. Well, who knows?
You never know.
He's got very creative
He
in
is.
his older age.
Maybe they do a suggestion box down on the field.
Possibly.
That's down. That's down.
I like suggestion boxes. I think it's always good
clock
to
should
have a
be
suggestion
rolling.
box.
There you
So
go.
pass is incomplete, but that'll end the first half, guys. Great first half for Gordonsville over a really good Bledsoe team. 20-0. We'll take a break here at the half. Be back for the second half here shortly. You're listening to, watching Gordonsville High School Flag Football. All right, and welcome back to Turney Ford Field, live from the Keith Williams press box. Pat Warren, Jamie Searcy, Coach Scott Pope, live as we're getting ready to start the third quarter. Gordonsville up 20-0 over Bledsoe County. Postseason coming here pretty soon. Early next week, we'll host Carthage to start with on Monday. But a good start to this one, guys. A great start, 20-0 over. This is a really talented Bledsoe County football team.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking, over the half. This is a really good half of football for us going into the postseason. Good Bledsoe team to hold them to no points, not give them very many yards, but also to score 20. It's pretty impressive.
And they scored a lot. Am I right, Coach? They scored a lot on Van Buren County.
They scored 42 against
And Van Buren's good. Snap goes back as they will run right up the gut, but Chipper Rainey, who has, to me, player of the game so far is Chipper Rainey, defensively.
Yeah. Everything gets tight in the middle right there, so that's just a good flagpole. So that gives them what, 2nd and 1 right there.
Yep.
So
Second down here for Bledsoe County. Again, tight formation. One lone receiver off to the wide of the right. Quarterback will roll around and Lindsey Bell. She just took that lane away.
I don't know if I quite understand that one.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, to me, that looked like a busted play, and then she was sweeping around, moving around a little bit. So I'm not sure.
I'm not sure she didn't fall into her.
Yeah. I don't know how that.
The officials are talking about it, which I like.
They might wave that one off. I didn't see it.
I think Bell came up to get the flag. I don't think that was.
But when you're up 20, though, you got to thank the referee sometimes.
Now, Bell took away the running lane. There's no doubt about it. There was no lane there.
Yeah, but I don't know about this one.
I don't think it was intentionally to do that.
Yeah.
They're waving it off. Good call.
Yeah,
I like that, Coach.
Well,
as an official,
I like going ahead and throwing it and talking it out and figuring out what the call is. If you don't throw it, you can't do that.
Right.
I like that.
I think anytime you see a girl fall backwards, you got to look at that block.
Yeah.
So Bledsoe in motion, right to left. They'll go stack receivers off to the left. They'll throw to the back receiver. They'll try to get the outside, and what a job by Jacobs.
Good job. Again,
with the flagpole.
Good, what you would look like a little hitch
awesome
route.
Play.
Hitch route out to the left side. Then you have 4 defenders close on the ball. So, again, just a good flagpole defensively. For a loss right there, I believe. Yeah. Close. So, big 4th down right here.
Huge 4th down right here.
You don't give up much. We ain't giving up much defensively.
No.
Well, we're making them work.
Yeah.
No doubt.
If you're Bledsoe right here, you're going to look to kind of just take one kind of right up the gut if you can. I think that's where Coach Jackson's loading the box a little bit more. It's going to come forward. Yeah.
Snap goes back. Quarterback going to roll up.
That gives
front. And it'll be first down Bledsoe County. That was close.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Hard-earned first down.
Hard-earned first down. I agree. They got it. I'm not saying I think it was a good call by Bledsoe. They got the first down, but I agree with you, Coach. That was a hard-earned first down.
Yeah. And you see both referees right there on the line, so they both had good vantage points at that one right there. So
good call. Good spot.
That's a tough play to defend on a short yardage play.
It is.
Right up the middle. You've got to have somebody kind of looping around as a defensive end to kind of pull the flag from the back.
Snap goes back. Again, they'll fake the sweep. They'll toss.
Good play call.
Into the flat area. Good flag pull that time by Lindsey Bell.
And that was a good play by Bledsoe.
It was. But again, great play call. Got 4 yards.
Got 4 yards again. And that's the entirety of that team defense. And Bell and Chipperini, you got the inside and you got the outside of Bell, Chipperini, Jacobs, and Spain on the inside. And that back part of it, to me, probably doesn't get as much credit as they get with Gillian, Ray, and Brown. Snap goes back.
I think that ball hit the ground for sure.
Throw out in the flat end complete.
I thought that ball hit the ground.
Now, if the snap goes back and hits the ground, is it dead where it's at?
It's dead. Okay. And that's one of them that's going to be judgment call.
Exactly.
Did she catch it?
Yep.
Did it hit the ground?
Yep.
And
I'm pretty sure that hit the ground.
It kind of looked like it did, but
at the same time, being up here, the official was down there. So
where's the referee's eyes are there?
Should be on the ball.
Yeah.
In that particular spot.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Showing blitz.
Showing pressure again. Snap goes back. Here they come. They'll throw it deep. Intercepted by Jordan Brown. And again,
Good job.
that's what you get with the pressure. Quarterback throws off the back foot, and the DBs are just sitting back there saying, "Come to Papa."
And that's, really the first time they've thrown a deep ball game.
Exactly.
So, I mean, again, I think that gives, us, a little intimidation factor because they're not going to pick up a lot going deep. So they probably saw the blitz, and, they probably, I don't know if there was a play call in from the Bledsoe to throw a deep route right there since they had the numbers, but good play defensively, good interception.
Good job by Jordan Brown. That was huge.
That was. Good field position, 1st and 10, 8:29 on the clock, third quarter.
So Caitlin Stevenson, senior center, side saddle snap coming back to Pope. Here comes Pope. She's going to look deep down the field. It'll be caught by Spain. Spain
Great.
with a big catch down the field. Guys, the one thing I've noticed the past 2 games, we're doing a better job catching the ball deeper down the field right now. That's going to be huge in the postseason.
It is. I mean, and we've had a lot of opportunities, had a lot of drops this year. I think Coach Jackson will say you that, but that was a great throw and catch right there.
Yes, it was. And it started with good protection too. They gave Pope time to throw it.
Again, they're stopping the clock and moving the bangs. I'm not sure.
Snap goes back. They'll hand to Askew. They flip it to Ray. Ray now advancing up the sideline. Boy, that was a great pitch by Askew.
I think the Bledsoe person thought she might have got the flag early.
And outside of the illegal block, illegal contact on defense, and the flag pull like that on a pitch or on a pass, that's the 3 hardest things to call in flag football.
I've noticed that too. It's
a bang bang.
It's quick. It's fast. I mean,
you're either calling it or you're not, and they're just gonna have to keep playing.
But for anybody seeing that, a referee's got to make that judgment call. Less than a second?
Yeah.
Snap goes back. Pope looking to throw. She'll throw across the middle. Incomplete.
A little deep.
As Fuller and Ray kind of in that same area.
Good protection.
It was.
Yeah, just stood a little high. Good protection, though, right there. I don't think the receiver was in a position to make that play for her.
Kind of feel like that was one of those where she's like, I'm going to throw it and we'll have to play another down,
Yeah.
And sometimes sometimes that's not a bad.
So we were talking about that earlier. Can you get intentional grounding?
You can, but it would be really difficult.
Yeah. Oh.
And the ball is pitched, hits the ground.
It's all right. I think that kind of got deflected a little
And
bit.
I think,
that ball's a little
the
wobbly.
thing with flag football and girls is you don't have a ton of girls that can throw it a really long way.
That's true.
And the smaller field and the rush, by the time they get there, you're going to have a real hard time having an intentional grounding.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have to be something just egregious.
Very, very, very. Anybody could see it.
Yeah.
Snap goes back to Pope. Pope looking. Great job by Pope. Did they get the flag? Nope, they didn't. But the ball is going to be incomplete.
That's tough.
So we'll go over on downs.
So again,
Bledsoe.
Not a bad place to have a turnover on downs. So,
I agree.
Really the way our defense is played, I mean, it forces Bledsoe to be more aggressive, and they're in a, they're kind of backed up in their own, their own side of their field. So good. That was just time for defense to step up right here.
And they've done it all year.
They have.
And when you're up 3 scores, you can play that field position game a little bit better too. And I think that's a huge plus.
You can, and you can take some chances too.
Exactly. So Bledsoe 3 receivers wide to the right. They'll throw again out in a flat, incomplete, but they're still keeping 2 blockers in.
Of course, Lindsey Bell was going to make that play regardless right there. She was in a good position on 14, so they're trying to get their ball to their best players.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just we're making it hard on them.
Well, I think the pressure that we're showing, it's forcing everybody we see to take a receiver out of the route.
Yeah.
And now you're limit that number of people you can throw it to down the field because of the protection you're needing. So big shift coming to the left-hand side for Bledsoe. They'll overload left. Snap goes back.
Ooh,
That's an illegal block.
Yep.
Yeah, that's coming back.
That's coming back. As that looked like a block you would see on Friday night from an offensive lineman.
That was a good block.
It did. It
You
was
just
a
can't
great
do it- you
block.
just can't do it in
It's
flag.
not legal in flag.
If you got pads on, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Hey, Friday nights, that's good.
Good. I felt like though when we played Stone, we seen a lot of those.
We did.
So I'm hoping the next time that's a little cleaner for us.
Now, is that from the spot of the foul?
That's from the
Right.
previous spot.
Previous spot, okay.
Half the distance on that one right there.
Now, if it had been downfield, it would have been from the spot of the foul.
Okay.
If it had been
Gotcha.
past the line of scrimmage,
Got you. Okay. So Bledsoe, they're in trouble here. Second down and long. They'll motion receivers, stack receivers off to the right-hand side. Snap goes back. They'll go with a dive route. Quarterback keeps it.
Good
Flag
job.
pull that time by Jacobs.
Good job. Good flag pull.
Good flag pull.
Again, 3 yards, not much. Again, I think they were a little worried about getting, taking that tackle for loss and close to getting to safety territory. So
That's the best play for them right now.
it is.
Run,
yeah,
run
just
it straight
just
up the gut.
Kind of right up the middle. Yeah.
It's almost as if you're trying to just get some room out of that back part.
Again.
Here on third down. Snap goes back.
Showing forward.
Quarterback on the bootleg rolling. She'll throw it deep. It'll be almost intercepted. Jordan Brown played that perfect.
had her hands on it.
She's gonna kick herself for that one, but that was a good defensive coverage right there. Now force a punt right here. So again, don't give up anything. Give us good field position.
Yep.
So.
And Jamie, you just said good coverage. It was great coverage.
Great.
It was really good coverage running downfield, and then Jordan Brown playing that corner kind of rolled back in and went underneath. And again, great job. As the punt is away, and just hate to say we misplay. Pick it up and go. This will be Spain. So Spain, she's in space,
That was a good pickup.
Great job.
Good pickup and a great flag pull by Bledsoe right there.
Yes.
Funny on defense, sometimes the hardest interceptions are the ones that are right to you.
I agree.
Because you're already like, oh man, I've got it.
Too much
and you're
time to
already
think.
thinking about running.
Too much time to think about
So
it.
that's usually the ones where you're already kind of in the play and you're kind of just go into it. The ones that are just right at you.
Well, and that's what Addison
The hardest
tells me
ones.
from time to time is that when the hardest throws sometimes are the ones that are just
Wide open.
Wide open.
You like it's almost like you can't miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to think too much.
All right. 3:47 third quarter.
20-0. Still Gordonsville up. This will be one long receiver in Bell. They'll snap back to Askew. She'll veer off that left side. Flag's going to be pulled. Good flag pull by Bledsoe County.
Awesome one.
So again, 20-0. Gordonsville up. 3:35 to go third quarter. And guys, again, it's Gordonsville's been in a position for the majority of this season. If you can get up by 3 or 4 possessions, it is so hard for anybody against the defense that we have to put together anything consistently to score to catch up.
We haven't given up much.
Nope.
So any of the teams that watch film on us, they know that if they're down 2 or 3 possessions, that's going to be very hard.
So Pope, she'll
Goodness.
elude the rush and she'll advance it up the field. Flag's going to be pulled.
I got to think Bledsoe's going to be a little disappointed in that one. She kind of weaved through there and that was about 3 girls back there she made miss. So, third down and right at 15?
And I tell you what, I give the secondary for Bledsoe a lot of credit right there.
Yeah.
Addison, she was very patient back there, but Bledsoe just not letting anybody get free.
Yeah.
So third down, snap goes back to Pope. She'll pitch it out in the flat to Askew. And she will again keep rumbling through traffic. And it'll be fourth down for Gordonsville. And
I don't know if we're going to
interesting spot right here. I don't think Coach Jackson's wrong to punt right here.
I got to think Addison's going to bring out the old pitching wedge and get this down to the goal line.
Very possible.
If you taught her the pitching wedge punt.
That's not one we've worked on.
So snap goes back. Here comes the punt. A little high spinner. And the ball will be fielded by Bledsoe and a good flag pull by Ray.
Good job.
I gotta get on this camera here. I'm sitting here watching the play and I'm dragging back here.
It's all right.
You're good. So a big play that time by Christina Ray. That's something else that's so impressive is to be able to pull flags in the open field like we've been able to do.
It's hard to do.
It is.
Girls are going fast.
Yep.
So it's more coordination than we realize.
And you got to concentrate on the top part of that flag too.
Yeah.
You can't
reach for the bottom.
The bottom's going to be flapping all over the place. So you got
Bledsoe.
Good flag pull.
Good flag pull that time
They
by
might have given
Ray.
her first, yeah.
Yep, first down. So good little play that time, little quick slant off that left side. And to me, that it's in that middle of the field where I think, especially against a team like us, the short middle of the field. Now, if you try to go long, you're done in the middle against us. But I think that's where I think, not that we're vulnerable, but I think there's some open spots sometimes. Again, a little quick slant, it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, the way we rush the ball defensively, I mean, you leave the middle open, you leave the slants, you leave those little curls in the middle of the center. You leave that area open. So I would say defensively, that's probably our only vulnerability. We rush the ball so well that we don't give them those opportunities.
At the same time, they'll catch it, but not a lot of yards after catch because of the flag.
Which again is fine. Which again is good.
Exactly. I completely agree. Snap goes back. They'll fake the jet. They'll throw across the middle, complete.
Catch.
But what a flag pull by Dariana Bell. That to me, that time it's like we just talked about. Okay, yeah, they had an open person, but for 3 yards, and we're pulling the flags. Yeah. I mean, that's just great defense, guys.
Good defensive flag pull right there. That's a hard catch. Them little slants inside, and he's coming on you quick.
And you gotta have good ball placement on that. Or
Yeah,
it's a real tough catch.
Yep.
I mean, you gotta think. You think about these girls. These girls probably been playing flag for a couple years.
Snap goes back. They'll throw out into the flat. Now they'll pitch it back.
There you go.
But Dariana Bell over there again. Wow, it's Dariana. As she is now showing her, I guess, prowess now defensively.
Got the end of the quarter right there, guys.
So at the end of 3, your score 20-0. Gordonsville up over Bledsoe County. We'll take a short break. You're watching Gordonsville High School flag football. Whenever y'all ready. All right, and welcome back to Turney Ford Fields. We start the 4th quarter, 20-0. Gordonsville up, and Bledsoe County has the ball.
4th down right here too.
You're on 4th down. So this will be motion coming. They'll do the jet sweep. They'll toss back. Now back to the quarterback looking to throw it deep. It will be caught, but a good flag pull that time by Jordan Brown. It will be a 1st down for Bledsoe County. Listen, a good play, but again, not a lot of yards after catch.
Yeah, kind of saw that play develop. You could kind of see it moving to their right. Then she kind of worked back to the left again. That's a tough play, but good pickup for Bledsoe. Again, not good minimizing the damage after the catch. So
let's keep them in front of you.
It is.
You can't give up the big play. That's something we have not done all year.
Well, they got
other than one play with Stone, that was it.
They're gonna say one.
They got the 1st down, but they're barely past the 1st down, so it's a long drive here.
Snap goes back, quarterback showing some speed around the end.
Sure, she's fast.
And that's great speed. I think we had 3 players pull the flag that time.
Yep,
she's seen her doing that. She's pretty fast.
As Chipperini gets the flag pull, Jacobs there too. So a good pickup on 1st down for Bledsoe County. So again, we will be hosting the Owls from over at Carthage, I think Monday. Not sure exactly on the time. We'll let everybody know, but we will be here to live stream that one as well. And then, of course, next week, if we win that one, we'll be traveling to Cumberland County for a big district tournament matchup. And folks, the winner of that one goes to Murfreesboro the next week.
Yeah, there'll be like a semifinal game first on Thursday, and then the championship will follow.
So 2 games that day for us.
You win two, you go to Murfreesboro that day. You got to win Monday first, and then you got to win 2 on Thursday.
So Bledsoe with it. It'll be 3rd down now for the Lady Warriors. Snap goes back. They'll fake the pitch. Good job by the quarterback. I think
she might have been past the line of scrimmage.
It was close.
That was close.
It was close. I think probably close enough not to call, but it was really
I
close.
agree.
Got a ref down here on the line, so he probably would have had a good advantage on the calling that one. So again, another big 4th down right here.
Incomplete. Good job by Gillian downfield.
And like the big games, like Stone, it's one of those things where you don't want to give up that big play.
Yep.
So those are kind of things you kind of just put in your mind on, just kind of minimizing any catches and kind of making a flag pull.
So 20-0. Gordonsville up. 9:16 to go. Clock ticking here in the 4th quarter. Bledsoe on the move.
We've got a timeout right here.
And timeout Bledsoe County. Again, we appreciate all those who are watching out on Facebook Live, on YouTube as well. I really believe the YouTube access now is going to be extremely successful. And now you can sit back with your big screen television at home and watch Gordonsville High School flag football and football and junior high.
And you can even listen to the speakers through the press box now. They're playing some Sweet Home Alabama right now.
And I personally like it too, because in 5 years I can go back and watch it.
That's right.
Exactly.
And if it was just
And that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun for you
to
do that.
30 years, when you're real old, you can go back and watch
That's
it. So I love it. That's what I said from the beginning. I said, listen, I've got a Silas coming up, and Abby hoping to play flag football one day. It's going to be memories.
Yep.
Yes.
Capture memories.
Yes, I agree.
You capture moments. So I think that's great.
I mean, if you had access to your games in HD like we have now versus the old VHS tapes,
I actually transitioned from VHS to DVD my junior year.
Did
so
you?
I'm date that a little bit. So
Well, I didn't.
you were all
So-
VHS.
With the balls Bledsoe, they'll throw it deep down the field. It'll be incomplete. Good coverage.
That was good coverage. 14's fast for Bledsoe. She's made a couple of those plays today. That was just one that quarterback threw a little high. So that was a good stop right there. Yeah. So you had VHS tapes in high school.
I did.
Pat had VHS tapes.
No, we had the old film projector.
Oh,
tape.
okay. He had the reels, like on
reels.
like on Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't beat our quality of video. It's amazing.
So with the ball is Gordon. This will be Avery Fuller going around the end as the Gordon defense gets a stop.
I think she
and now
stepped out of
Gordonsville back
bounds a
offense.
little.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jamie.
I think she stepped out of bounds probably a little bit more than the flag pole. So
She
that's,
did.
And that's another player, guys, in Avery Fuller. She can do it on both sides of the field, and she can make big plays for you. The depth this team has right now, to me, I think we may be the deepest team in the district, and one of the deepest in the mid-state.
yeah. I mean, you've seen at least 10 to 12 girls this year
Yeah.
at any point getting the ball. So you don't see too many of them that are that way.
Ask you with the direct snap. Oh, good flag pull that time by Bledsoe.
And the way we mix it up offensively too, that was a loss of about 2 or 3
Yeah.
right there.
You know, if that girl from Bledsoe doesn't make that flag pull, Madison Askew has significant yards right there.
Yeah. She runs the ball hard. She's the prototypical running back.
She
fullback.
is. I agree. 3rd down. Stevenson snaps it back to Pope. Pope looking. She'll throw to Stevenson out in the flat. Stevenson, as she pivots and gets the ball to 1st down yardage and more.
Love that play call.
Great.
Love it. And give Stevens credit this year. She has snapped the ball amazing.
She has. She's done a good job right there.
She does a good job
And
snapping the
she's
ball.
caught it well.
Yeah,
She has.
That was a good catch right there.
So, Coach Pope, I was going to ask you this question too. That side saddle snap that we use, other than some other teams going between the legs, do you think this works better, or just your thoughts on that?
I think it works better from a standpoint of,
that might be a penalty right there. She grabbed the waist.
As excuse, she runs through contact.
I think the good thing about that side snap is it allows you to do those plays like we do with Spain and Avery Fuller, where they're going in motion and you're pitching it directly to them. If you're hocking that between your legs,
It's one
That's
person.
near impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
to time that out.
Yep. So Gordonsville with it. Big play that time by Askew. Second and short here for the Tigers. Pope out in the flat to Spain. She's going to have first down yardage and more. Hey, Aubrey Spain in space. She splits defenders, and she gets just short of the goal line. My goodness, she has some jets on her, guys. That's just speed.
That's just great play call. You know, you throw a little hitch. You got two people kind of in front of her acting as, I won't say blockers, but they're kind of creating a little alleyway for her to get through there. That was a great job.
And here's that stack set. This is Pope. She's looking as she tries to get around defenders, extends the ball. Touchdown, Tigers! As Addison Pope gets away from the defenders and then extends the ball out in front across the pylon and goal line. And Pope goes across with it. Touchdown, Gordons.
One of them ones you just keep running until you hear the whistle. So
That's right.
she reached the ball across. That was a great run right there.
So here comes the extra point attempt. Askew in motion. Pope has it. She's looking. She extends. Got it.
Good job.
So Addison Pope, again, just that savviness back there as a senior quarterback. That's one thing, area I think she has really improved on this year is finding those opportunities to run and takes advantage of.
You know, just good play calling right there. She, you know, instinctively she didn't see anything open and she took it off running. Now that's one thing I will say we've done better on our conversions, you know, over the last few weeks right here. So, you know, those are going to be points that you got to have at the big games. So
Means a lot.
does, absolutely.
27-0, Gordonsville up. Bledsoe with it. This is I don't think Bledsoe expected this one. And they'll get it out in the flat first down.
First down. Good Lindsey Bell.
Job by Lindsey Bell. Again, not a lot of yards after catch.
Yeah. No, it's a stat I'd love to see on our team is the yards after attempted pulls. So we don't give up much.
Now they do keep up with flag pulls. Am I right on that?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we do. Much like tackles. It's the same thing as a tackle. It's just
I'm pretty
you
sure
grab the
Coach
flag.
Jackson's
Yes.
keep up with pretty much all the stats.
So snap goes back. Again, throw across the middle. Good play call and a great job by Ray and Bell combining with the flag pulls.
That is. Then again, you know, you see though they're trying to get in the middle. They kind of know that's kind of the area that they can make a little bit of yardage with. But again, didn't give up much after the pull. So,
And we may be working a little soft because we got a big lead and
Exactly.
only big plays.
and you're seeing Christina kind of moved up in that kind of soft kind of middle linebacker position.
Little pump fake, almost intercepted. You couldn't have read that better than Lindsey Bell. Played it perfect.
She'd still be going.
Yep. Kenley Duncan also in the game right now is that other rusher. She's came in for Spain. Again, she has great speed as well.
Yeah. Again, 450 and counting in the fourth quarter here.
Snap goes back on third down. Quarterback rolls out, pass out in the
Good
flat. But
flag pull.
again, Lindsey Bell, it's almost like a human eraser out there.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the catch, but nothing after it.
You're not going anywhere.
She actually dropped that.
The
She
girl
dropped the ball.
it.
Okay,
Oh,
so incomplete.
oh, even better.
But Lindsay was right there.
She was.
Big fourth down.
And tonight, and I'll say this may be one of our better overall defensive performances tonight because each level of defense has made big plays tonight.
Yeah.
And you're playing a great team.
Yeah.
You're playing one of the better teams,
Yes,
too.
against
We've
this
played all year.
this competition.
Yeah.
Snap goes back.
Oh, the same play right here.
They'll get it back to the quarterback. Here comes pressure by Jacobs. They'll throw in the fade incomplete.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to do the same thing they did
Yeah.
earlier, but it just didn't work. I mean, you've got a lot of movement. Anytime you start pitching, reverse pitches and stuff, a lot of moving parts.
But again, give
Good
credit
job.
to the backside of that defense.
Absolutely.
Nobody was open. Nobody was open. The backside of that defense, Gillian and Brown in the back. You had Bell with Chipperini back there. Ray playing deep.
Just a great job right here. So first down coming out of this play position, 3:56 left in the fourth. Still want to kind of put the foot down.
Well, you're in the time of the year that too. There is no more.
No.
it's time you got to play with the foot on the gas now the rest of the year.
Your Stone Memorial, Van Buren, Cumberland County teams, they're going to see the score.
Yep.
So I mean, you want to kind of want to put a statement out there.
So it'll be. This is Duncan now in at quarterback because Gordonsville has went to that second unit. That is Stennett to snap for Gordonsville.
And Coach Jackson's going to coach these right here now as quick, as hard as he is anybody else. So.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Oh yeah.
So in the game here for the Tigers, snapping, that is number 22. That is Millie Stennett. Quarterback is Kenley Duncan. Also in the game is number 25, Riley Dillard. Also in number 57, that's Overstreet. They'll throw deep to her in. They'll be intercepted. So Bledsoe with it and off the interception. Also in the game for Gordonsville that time, that is number 28. That is Peyton Pickles. 8th grader. A couple of 8th graders out there on the field too right now. Ava Sapp has checked in now for the Tigers. Dariana Bell on the field. And at the same time, a lot of these young ladies, if you need to plug and play with the first unit, they can get it done.
Oh yeah, they can. You just think the confidence they're building over the next few years.
Snap goes back and it'll be passes incomplete.
Yeah,
one thing I enjoyed watching the other day, all these young elementary kids out there watching, some of these girls, guess what? They just saw what flag football is all about.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a great recruiting tool.
It is. It is, and I think it's awesome that they do that.
Absolutely.
I know volleyball does that.
Yep.
I think that's an awesome community thing.
Well, and both schools can benefit from that. Snap goes back. They'll throw again into the flat. Ball's going to be complete. The pitch.
Good
Now,
tackle right there.
Good.
That was Ava Sapp.
That was Sapp.
Good job.
And she's done a good job pulling flags when she's been in games this year.
Again, you're seeing, you're going to start seeing anything they can to move the ball. That was a great flag pull.
Yep.
That was a little catch and pitch, and Sapp was right there to make the good flag pull. So I think we're playing clock running right here. 2 minutes left.
27-0. Gordonsville up. Second unit on the field now for the Tigers. Snap goes back. They'll throw into the flat. Complete. And good flag pull that time by Millie Stennett.
Yeah, good job.
Bell, Dariana Bell also there as well. No, that is, I'm sorry.
Keep the clock going, guys. That
is number 7, Gabriella McCoy.
You're at a point now, right,
It should
Coach,
kick-
where it should
kick
run the
back
whole time,
up,
right? Yeah.
You stop it long enough to let them know there's 2 minutes left, and then you roll.
Yep.
But it should roll through all the incompletions or anything like that. So
Being up 20, is that correct?
19.
19, okay.
So in motion, they'll go around the end.
Tell you
Oh,
what.
great flag pull by Dillard.
Good job.
Riley Dillard, great flag pull.
Good flag pull. And you got, listen, 19's fast for
Yes.
Bledsoe. She's got some wheels on her.
Well, that was a good angle.
Great job.
Dillard took a good angle right there.
Yeah. 120 and counting, guys. Hopefully, I know this defense wants to put another shutout on, so they're going to do everything they can to keep it in front of them.
So 27-0. Gordonsville with a dominant performance today over a really good Bledsoe County team today. This has been impressive. Snap goes back. Little jet sweep coming around the left side. Good dive.
pull.
Oh, what a job that time. As that is
Overstreet.
Carly Overstreet.
Good job.
Boy, I tell you what, she does not mind getting on the ground and getting dirty, pulling. I've watched her all year do this. She's
grader?
aggressive. 8th grader.
8th grader?
That's
Eighth
a
grader.
Diving flagpole. Just tells you how hard these girls work.
Yes.
It means as much to them as anything. So good flagpole. Bledsoe might have maybe 2 plays left.
Snap goes back. Oh, good job of the quarterback from Bledsoe that time.
Good job right
Their
there.
flag pull by Dillard.
Good job,
We
Dylan.
got somebody down on the field right now. I think that might she got hit in the head right here.
Overstreet.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was kind of I think she kind of went inside a little bit. Hopefully she's
Yep.
okay. I think he might have got to hit her on the head a little bit. So take a little bit of a break here.
Yep. As trainer goes out there, tell you what, let's take a break. All right, and welcome
down.
back. As an injured Tiger, we hope she's going to be okay. I think she will. Anytime you have contact, it's a contact sport.
It is. So 19 and counting right here, guys.
So snap goes back with 14 seconds on the clock.
Get 'em, girls.
Bledsoe quarterback rolls out and
Good
a lot
job.
of contact.
Good flag
Good
ball right there. Who's that right
Pickles,
there?
Peyton Pickles.
Good job. I think that right there is a turnover on downs.
It is.
Ball game, baby.
So the Gordonsville Tigers will end this one today with a huge win over an outstanding Bledsoe County team, 27-0. Guys, Bledsoe County never got close to scoring today. That's just a great job defensively. And then you look at the efficiency today offensively. We caught the ball well, and we moved the ball well offensively today,
Yeah.
guys. Good. This was a great overall team game today.
I mean, for us to finish the season the way we have, this is good momentum
Yes.
going into Monday playing Carthage. So, great team win. Good job offensively.
Yep.
I mean, I've seen them throw the ball. Didn't have too many drops today. Converted our conversions. This is a good team win
Yep.
right here.
Coach Pope, big week coming up.
It's a big week, and I think this is a great opportunity to, like you said, build momentum going
Yep.
into next week, and hopefully can keep carrying this thing as we go along.
So a lot of positive things coming from Gordonsville High School flag football as the postseason will begin Monday. We'll be home hosting our rivals from over at Carthage, the Owls, as they come over Monday evening. We'll keep y'all up to date on times. So postseason is here, and we all know what the postseason means here at Gordonsville High School. So for the final time tonight, for Coach Scott Pope, Jamie Searcy, Gordonsville wins 27-0 over Bledsoe County. You've been watching Gordonsville High School flag football.